Well, pardon me, people. I'm your host, the infamous D Gutter, on the Quiet Storm Channel 2, The Entertainer. Now, I want to thank those who right now coming to my live chat from TikTok. My bad for starting the show kind of late because I did it intentionally just in case for those receive my messages late. Just in case for those receive my messages late. That's the reason why I start the show at this time as we speak. Now, the title of this video is Accepting the Truth. Now, when I say in the TikTok video, by choosing red, you chose the truth and accepting the truth. Now, I'm going to talk some real red content. Real red content here. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is Native black men, Native American black men in general. Now, the reason why I say Native black man instead of African American, because if anybody except African American, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? My ancestors from Africa, they are taking away your retribution. They take away your retribution by calling you African American. By calling you an African American, they take away your retribution that you put in this country. That you put, your ancestors put towards building this country. That's why I call myself a Native Black American. Don't get me wrong, my ancestors come from Africa, but my family was born here in America. By calling myself a Native Black American, that means I'm entitled to retribution. I'm entitled to resource. So let's get that out the way for those who chose red. So if you chose red, you are accepting yourself to be a Native Black American. Don't get me wrong, my ancestors come from Africa, but by you calling yourself African American, you deny yourself retribution or resource from America because you put that foreign name Africa. That's why I call myself a Native Black American, because my family was born here in the United States of America. And I don't want to hear, oh, only Native people should be called American. If you was born here and your family, you got generations born here, you are a Native American. And you are entitled to resource. Now, most people say, what does resource means? Okay, resource means, for example, education, housing, and employment, and business, like business loans. So you can start your own business. Education, so you have a good education to survive out here. And housing, to have the equal opportunity to live or purchase a home and a property anywhere of the 50 states. And one more thing, us Native Black American men, we have to come together. We have to not agree with different races of men and stay on one agenda. So when we do vote the next president of office, they could cater to our interests instead of them saying that they're the world president. Now, y'all Native Black men probably say, why we have to involve us with different races of men for? Okay. Now you chose the red. So red means you accepting the truth. We only 13% of the population. We cannot change anything with 13% of the population. In order for change to take an effect, we had to pretty much emerge with different races of men, and we have to learn to stay on one agenda with these men. So when the president gets elected in office, He will cater to our needs instead of saying that he's the whole world president. And you know what I blame that on? I blame it on Planned Parenthood. Now, I'm not going to get into detail of Planned Parenthood because I want this video to be monetized. But they only push that Planned Parenthood in Native Black American communities. They only push that Planned Parenthood of it's okay for a female to have a child without a father. That child don't need a father in his life. Then when the child grows up, the child pretty much don't respect men because know why? Because he was taught and raised that men was incompetent. There was no positive father figure or male role model in his life. So since he don't respect men, it make it easy for him to attack men. I mean, come on. That's I mean, that's what it's very important for a man to pretty much the men to get involved. Okay, I'm gonna clarify myself. I digress. That's why it's very important when the mother gives birth to a child, the father has to be present. Has to be present. Because if the father is not present, the child will grow up with a missing puzzle, missing piece. Then you want to come out females pretty much choosing the wrong type of a man to have a relationship with, or wind up being an abusive relationship because they had no role model, they had no father in their life, so they don't know what a man's supposed to do. So they think in their mind since they're young, a man's supposed to be aggressive, violent. Aggressive or violent. That's a very important for the mothers to have the fathers in that child life when the child is giving birth. And believe it or not, if the father is there in that child life, the child become more grounded. He will have a balance in him or her life. He able to be focused. He able to make quick decisions more than raised on one parent. And God forbid the parent have emotional baggage or she refuses not to trust men anymore. Then what happens is that woman is a female, she's going to grow up and she's going to repeat the vicious cycle of selecting the wrong type of man and thinking a man supposed to be violent and aggressive to her. That's what's very for the fathers to be in child life. Now getting back to what I'm saying. So it is important for us Black men to pretty much to emerge with different types of men. So when we do get a president get elected in office, he will cater to our needs instead of saying that he's the whole world president. And us Native Black men, we need to stop fighting each other. We need to stop arguing and fight among each other. And once again, I blame that on the Planned Parenthood of no fathers in the child life. You know it's so easy for that man to disrespect that man or fight that man because he ain't got no positive male role model or father in his life. And if he was raised by his mother that have no trust of men and see how the way his mother disrespected men, manipulate men, undermining men, he's going to go up and say, you know what, that's the norm. That's how the way we're supposed to treat each other, which is totally wrong. Do you want to come us Native Black American, we the last. We falling behind. We falling behind of education. We falling behind housing. We falling behind employment, business. We all falling behind. And they integrate in our community, so therefore We could be falling way behind once they integrate our communities. Once our community is integrated, that means our problem don't exist no more. Our problem is not important no more. Now, if you like the content that I'm talking right now, I need y'all to like and share. Hit the like button, which is the thumbs, and share. And I will continue with part 2, probably later on this evening. It depends on the how good this video does. If y'all really request more of it. I'm your host, the infamous D Gutter, the entertainer. You can find my videos on hashtag QuietStormingD or hashtag Truth Expose You to Clowns. And I need you guys to go to our newest hashtag, which is, pardon me, it just froze. You know how the internet gets sometimes. Okay, and if y'all guys want to see more of my content, go to hashtag QuietStormingD or go to hashtag Truth Exposed YouTube Clowns. And I need you guys to go to our newest hashtag, which is hashtag Black YouTube Rewind, to support our Black content creators. See you guys later. And y'all have a good Tuesday.